Пам па 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 пам пам па 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 пам та-дам! Привет, дорогие друзья, вы на канале Джойс и Джейк Свидок. С вами всегда я, Джейк или Андрей, называйте меня как вам удобно. Мы с вами продолжаем прохождение Yesterday Origins. В прошлой серии мы пришли к Бакстер, и вот теперь мы как бы тут продолжаем в ее доме. Давайте немножко поиграем на фортепиано, посмотрим. Оп. Какая красотка! Блин, да кто же она такая? Это потому что пригодится. И вот это вот тоже. Переносный мини-душ. Так, тут есть еще вот эта вот статуя. Мы ее взяли. А это, кстати, из первой части было. Мы помним это. Так, что-то еще есть. Это вроде из... Я знаю, там... Божественная комедия, что ли, вроде была. А может, немножко ошибаюсь. Это, да. Ну, знаешь, с милым и рай в шалаше, как говорится.
I just received the first copy of a book about a satanic sect in the Middle Ages.
Давай так. Ух ты! Y. Там Y. Для этого нужна вот эта вот. Ну, смола. Именно смола.
You may remove your blindfolds, dearest disciples. Behold, Santa Brigida's greatest treasure.
Where are we, Brother Hinas?
Oh, that's none of your business, Brother Iago. It's written in an unknown language, one so rare it could even date back to the days of the Tower of Babel. No one has ever deciphered it. or manage to copy a single character from its alphabet.
Come on, who are you speaking of? Blind men and morons?
Do you dare to give it a try, Brother Giuseppe?
Hey, why does he get to go first? That's not fair.
Let's see. I don't understand a thing. These symbols. I can't stop. I'm trapped by them. Oh no! My God, what's happening to me? Why? Iago! Iago! Help me!
Giuseppe!
Do not touch him. There's nothing you can do for him now.
No.
Put your blindfolds back on.
No.
I'll take you to your cells. Never speak to anyone about what happened on this night. And remember, you have seen nothing, nothing, nothing.
Понял. Так, нам прихватили соль. Что-то вдали циркуля. Так, вот эта доска.
Before you can control the unknown sense, you must first learn to see through the eyes of yesteryear, young disciple. Your mind stores every single detail of everything you've seen. Close your eyes and say goodbye to today. Focus, breathe. Then open them anew. And yesterday is here again.
Ничего себе, сильный мужик. прохождение. Это немножко жестоко. Что тут? Так, давайте поговорим с ним.
I respect you, in spite of it all. It's not easy to observe the rule of St. Francis these days.
And why don't you observe it as well?
Science, logic, and history bid me otherwise. I feel like neither Giuseppe nor I have been just with you. For that, I apologize.
I knew you would come to your senses as soon as that Italian devil lost his grip on you. Dead dogs don't bite.
You disgust me. You're a clueless, tattletale, brown nose who doesn't understand what he copies. And it's not just the books. It's the rule of St. Francis and all of that meaningless nonsense you observants constantly repeat.
I'd rather be a brown nose than end up covered in shit, Brother Iago. And that's exactly how you'll end up.
Giuseppe. Пока не оденешь это, да? Ну, кажется, больше еще там ничего и не увидишь.
Why did you have to die?
Who knows? Those Greek gods you love used to claim the beautiful first. And I don't mean to brag, but between you, Botillo, and me, there's just no comparison.
I will never forget you, brother.
Botillo sure won't forget me. At least not until you find out why Father Gines calls him so much.
Did Gines give you a proper Christian burial as promised?
I think you know the answer better than I do. Whether you're ready to admit it is another story.
Это все. Не знаю, вот лицо Хинеса мне кого-то напоминает, но из другого вот типа произведений, там, мультфильмов, игр, но я не могу вспомнить, кого именно. Так что не описывайте. Да. Мило, ты его описал. Мило.
When the Inquisition captured me, you found the dead body of my friend Alonso, whose recently deceased corpse could pass as my own. Isn't that too much of a coincidence?
I believe you have reached your own conclusion. But remember what I always tell you. Chance does not exist. It is Satan's hand. And sometimes it uses our own to achieve its goals.
You knew that Giuseppe would die upon reading the book, didn't you?
All I had were suspicions, the same as you.
You said you appreciate me for my talent with languages. What will happen the day I'm no longer useful?
Have you ever seen me do someone harm? Don't fret. Although you are the devil's son, how could you ever cease to be useful?
Что ж, и последним в этом комнате, кто с кем мы можем говорить, это сам собой. Наказание за свои грехи, что ли? Подожди, а вот... Ладно, даже спрашивать.
Dark times are upon us. Giuseppe's death is only the beginning. Flee Santa Brigida and never look back. And leave Hines behind? He saved me. He gave me a new life, books, brothers. I can't do that. Hines wants you to follow Satan's path. But you believe in the righteous God. You must observe the rule of St. Francis. I would, but I'm afraid I'm prey to the same sin as Brother Hines. The sin that led Adam to eat from the tree of knowledge and condemn mankind. I want to know. Not only do you understand languages, you're also aided by demons like that painted old man that sometimes appears before you. If you really want to know who you are, you must first accept this. You are Satan's son. So what do I do? Should I devour a live goat? Sacrifice virgins? Kill myself to return to the hell whence I came? No. I must follow Hines's plan, whatever that may be.
Вот и все. Но мы хотя бы получили две подсказки. То есть витражи и песнопения. Все. Потому что тут больше и нет никаких подсказок. Так нам тоже может пригодиться.
Shh, don't tell a soul. We'll have a good laugh tomorrow. I'm going to make Brother Botillo lose some weight.
Вот и сам он. Короче, крыса. А. Ну что, провеха. Жалко, что это не как подсказка дается.
Say, Toribio? About last night,
Nothing happened last night. Nothing!
Do you think that Hines knew what was going to happen?
You take that back. Father Hines is a saint, not a murderer.
Where's the library?
I don't know.
Come on, you often disappear with Brother Hines. I'm sure that's where he takes you.
Of course. I'm the best copyist in the Abbey. And who else would he trust to copy the secret books?
And?
He always blindfolds me, just like last night. It's better that way. I won't have to resist the temptation of reading heretic texts.
When Giuseppe started to bleed, you did nothing to help him.
It was the devil's doing. That was Satan's blood. It could have contaminated me.
I helped him.
Then get away from me!
Later, upon returning to my cell, I thought I heard whipping in yours.
That's not true.
Do you remember that the abbot prohibited self-flagellation? Do you?
Why? Why can't a pious man pay for his evil deeds?
What evil deed did you perform last night? I thought nothing had happened.
Go with God.
Ага, а мы вот... Кажется, я знаю, что ты хотел там сказать.
About last night.
Nothing happened.
What do you think happened exactly?
Didn't I tell you already? It was the devil's doing. He has possessed that book.
I thought the devil specialized in possessing people.
Are you really that naive? He can possess the very air you breathe. I heard that about 2 years ago, in a village far away, the devil possessed a hog so that it would devour the son of a noble.
That's amazing. What are you copying?
A text lacking in righteousness. Hortensius by Cicero.
If the book is everything you say it is, why are you copying it?
Because that cursed Father Ezekiel is contaminating the soul of our dear abbot. He manipulates him with his science and his art to lead him off the righteous path. I wouldn't rule out the use of magic either.
But was it not the very same book that led St. Augustine of Hippo to embrace faith?
What's that? Oh, yes, but God can write straight on crooked lines. That does not prove that the book is not impure. Furthermore, St. Augustine was a sinner before he was a saint. Grant me chastity and continence, but not yet. Pervert.
You must be thrilled now that Giuseppe is dead. No one will ever call you Botillo again.
Shh! Remember, we know nothing.
What was that, Brother Botillo? I can't hear you.
You're acting just like him. I expected more out of you.
You must be Shh! Calm down. I'm not going to tell anyone.
But the devil can hide anywhere. Only God knows who is watching us and where from.
May I take some books from the shelf?
Absolutely not. It's time to write, not to read.
Ну все, поговорили. Ну, сказку.
May I come in, Father Hines?
My door is always open to you, Brother Iago.
Ага, сказка ключ.
I don't understand why you always favor Brother Toribio.
You are the better pupil, no doubt, but you'll be better off if you draw a little attention to yourself. On the other hand, commending Brother Toribio helps me win over those he sucks up to, the observants.
What do you think of Father Ezekiel?
He stands up to the observants and understands the world through reason. So brave, and yet so naive. The only reason that governs this world is that of your father, the devil. I do prefer him over that gang of lunatics, no doubt. But I must proceed with caution and not show him too much esteem. By the way, he should be showing me how that printing press of his works sometime soon.
Don't you think our abbot is a saint?
Oh, no doubt. He has a view of the future, and would certainly embrace anything that Father Ezekiel and the like propose. But he knows that without the observance, he would lose his grip over the monastery. That's why he tries to please them. And he's not the only one.
I know you're not fond of Father Diego and the other observants.
How could I be? Their insistence on returning to the rule of Saint Francis is ridiculous. Their idea of poverty makes me laugh. You need money to preserve the knowledge of books, and a full stomach to think with clarity.
But you pretend to like them.
I must. If not, they'd rally against me in my library. They'd find out what I'm hiding, sooner or later, and they wouldn't like it.
What makes you so attached to Ursus?
His gratitude, just as yours, bonds me to you.
You saved Ursus's life as well? What had he done?
Oh, I don't even remember.
You've forgotten?
When the Inquisition wants to execute someone, they don't need an excuse. Who cares?
You said you would grant Giuseppe a Christian burial. Have you done so already?
Ursus took care of it before the morning prayers. Don't worry about it.
I'll pray for him.
Don't waste your prayers. Keep them for you and for me. But send them to your father, Satan. Beg him to grant us the ability to read that book.
Where were we last night?
It's best if you don't know.
Why?
You are my most prized possession. I don't want to lose you.
What if I had read the book? Would you have left me to die?
Not in the slightest. I wanted you to see the power of the book, but you're not ready yet.
What if Toribio had read the book?
That coward! He would never have even tried. I only took him to incriminate him. I was afraid he'd badmouth me to the observants. Now he won't dare.
The book has a Y on its cover. What does it mean?
I don't know, Brother Iago.
My name is Miguel. Iago is only the name you gave me after helping me escape the Inquisition. It starts with a Y.
Don't jump to conclusions.
Do you know anything about my father?
Yes. He rebelled against God and turned into Satan. He stayed in the shadows for centuries, but one day he will rise.
I'm talking about my human father, the Duke of Fuentenegra.
You don't have a human father.
I don't follow.
In order to avoid further problems with the Inquisition, the Duke confessed that you weren't his son. Years before, an old man who claimed to be a messenger of the King of Naples spent a night at your father's estate. The next morning, he had disappeared, leaving behind all of his belongings. His clothes were lying on the bed, covered in blood. And among the clothes and blood, they found a happy and healthy baby. You. The Duke, who hadn't managed to conceive an heir or bastard, kept quiet and gave you his family name. And no one ever heard from that old man again. It was all the devil's doing, no doubt. An act of your true father.
You have denied it countless times, but what if the Inquisition is still looking for me?
The plan worked perfectly, Iago.
My name is Miguel.
Your name is whatever I say it is. Miguel de Fuentenegra was devoured by a diabolical pig in that dungeon 3 years ago. That's what the Inquisition believes, and can't think of a better story.
Sometimes I dream of returning to Fuentenegra, and...
Don't be a fool. What if someone recognized you? As I've said before, I didn't give you a new life for you to throw it away in vain. Your place is here, at least until we decipher that book.
When you saved me, you were already master copyist of Santa Brigida. And Fuentenegra is more than 20 days away. How did you find out about me?
One of my most grateful pupils is now a scribe of the Holy Office. He knows of my commitment to understanding ancient books, unknown languages, and lost knowledge. When the Inquisition set their sights on you, he contacted me. I left immediately and arrived just in time to save you.
I feel like I'm wasting my time here in Santa Brigida.
Your gift for languages is very useful, and it will be so even more in the future.
Well, I've got my own ideas for the future.
Speak.
You know how much I enjoy ancient mythology. Maybe I could focus on writing about it, like...
The fact that I allow you to read certain books does not mean you can flaunt this knowledge. Anyone who speaks of pagan myths will automatically become a target of the Inquisition. Do you wish to go through that again? Or do you have any better ideas?
I'd like to follow in Father Ezekiel's footsteps and do something with my hands. I like the forge, to see iron come to life, like Vulcan, the blacksmith deity.
Your talent lies not in your hands, but in your head. I will not let you put it to waste. Any other ideas?
Since I understand all languages, maybe I could be a missionary and evangelize the Americas.
What part of I am Satan's son have you not yet understood? Any other ideas? Listen to me. You are the devil's son. There's nothing you can do about it. Make the most of the gift he's given you.
But how? His is the book that killed Giuseppe.
Perhaps, when you decipher it, we won't have to hide anymore.
Then why don't you let me give it a shot?
I must first test it on other subjects. I can't risk losing you.
I could use a mirror to read the book's reflection, just like Perseus did to avoid turning into stone when looking at Medusa.
Oh, nonsense. Mythology is nothing but myths, legends, and lies. But the power of the book is real. You've seen it.
If the book is my father's work, why would he kill me?
Because the book is not your father. Does it have eyes? Does it know who you are? Can we be sure it will recognize you? Can we know if it has a will of its own?
Well, I'm willing to take that risk.
I would protect you with my own life. If you want to risk your own, you'll have to do it over my dead body.
I think I'm not cut out for the priesthood. I'd like to get married, you know, meet a woman and...
And? Do you think I'm a virgin? I will give you, not one, but many women. When you reach the priesthood I have planned for you. But let time take its course. What else do you have in mind?
Да, все. Все. Тут ничего не сделаешь. Давайте пойдем сюда, что там есть.
Good morning, Father Ezekiel.
The day appreciates the epithet, but doesn't deserve it.
What happened?
Did you know that Queen Isabella is coming tomorrow to see my printing press in action? And in just 1 hour, I must perform a trial before Brother Ginés, here, in this very workshop.
No. Nobody ever informs us Razophors.
Well, there will be no trial. Somebody stole all my letter E types.
Huh?
I won't call for him. He's always so busy, he won't even remember.
Maybe you just misplaced the letters. I heard about a condition called listexia that...
I never make mistakes. The letter thief, in all his clumsiness, tore his habit on one of the pins of the printing press.
Понятно. Так, ладно, я потом его все это спрошу. Вот это, кстати, сейчас неудобно. Сюда встану. В общем, давайте здесь мы с вами закончим. Я надеюсь, данное видео вам понравилось. Вы подписались, поставили лайк, написали комментарий. Поддержите канал, все, что я перечислил. Нажали колокольчик, если не сказал. В общем-то, в следующей серии мы будем искать вора, который украл все. Будем ставить тут разные вещи, поговорим с ним. В общем, продолжим дальше. Я надеюсь, у вас все хорошо, что у вас будет хороший весь этот год. Я желаю вам всего наилучшего, хорошего и до свидания.